Hello and welcome back to another video. Hi, my name is Ali. If you're new here, welcome on in. Come on, take a seat. In today's video, we will be hitting a juicy arm day. Now, last week, I have had the best arm workout I've ever had in my life. Genuinely, I had the biggest, juiciest, voluptuous, voluminous pump ever. And I'm hoping that I can recreate that today with you guys. I really do enjoy hitting arms. Low-key, I think it might be my favorite day to hit. Now, hear me out, okay? This may make me sound like a bit of a baby. However, I think that hitting arms genuinely is one of the most underrated workouts, especially, hear me out, when you have those days where your energy is really low and your mood's kind of low, you still want to go gym, but you kind of can't really be asked, but you still go. You're like, you know your body, right? So you know that feeling when your body tells you, I don't really have enough energy to hit a heavy leg sesh right now. That's when you do arms. However, I'm not saying I don't train my arms hard because, please, I do. But what I'm trying to say is that arm day is genuinely so versatile. You can hit it technically at any time when you want to. If you just want to stick to your plan and hit arms, go for it. Like, you can do that. Or if you have a day where you're supposed to do a big juicy glute day, but your body's telling you, I don't have that much energy to do that, you can still do arms because obviously they're a smaller muscle, so they don't take up as much energy. You can still train them really hard, get a really good pump, and you'll feel satisfied after the workout. This is why I love training my arms. Also, I don't know about you guys, but personally, as a kid, I was never a skinny kid. I wasn't necessarily fat, but I wasn't skinny. I wasn't in the middle. I don't know how to explain it. Stubby. Yeah, I wasn't really fat, okay? I think. I don't know. But the point is, I always had bigger arms, regardless. I never had skinny arms, but they weren't muscular. So when I started my gym journey and I started going to the gym, my goal was never to get small arms, toned, or whatever people say, because toned is BS. Tone is literally you just lose body fat and you have muscle. Hate to break it to you girls, but so my goal was never to have small looking sculptured arms. I've always wanted to have big, wham, juicy muscles. Yes, that's what we want, and that's what I'm aiming for. As a girl, having massive delts and biceps and triceps for me is just such a flex. That's my personal opinion, at least. I love having big, juicy arms because you know what? Okay, maybe I don't feel confident when I wear dresses. That's in the process, okay? We're handling that, okay? But, I don't wear dresses that often anyway, so I can feel bad when I wear a dress once every year. So then I can feel a bit insecure. If my arms are going to be big because genetically my arms are just kind of, I'm not saying they're wham, I'm just saying size-wise they're not small. So if they're going to be big anyway, why would I not just put on 5 kg of muscle and be like, bang? This is my mentality when it comes to training arms. This is why I love them so much. And I'm not saying I only train arms when I don't feel like training legs. That is not what I'm trying to say here. I'm just saying that it's a good substitute for the days where you don't have the mental energy, the physical energy, and you can just have a nice arm sesh. And you can have it light if you prefer, or you can train heavy, or you can do a mix of both, but we do train to failure around here. So and also it's such a rewarding muscle group to have. For example, in the summer when you're wearing tanks or cami tops or whatever they're called, and you just like reach up to grab something and people are like, wow, she's got muscles. That's at least how I think. I don't know about others, but the point is, if you think that people think about you like that, bang, look at you having that self-confidence that you have all those muscles. That's what we like here. That is what we are talking about. Even if you're not trying to get big muscles on your arms, they still need to be trained when it comes to strength for other exercises. For example, your grip strength, obviously a lot of it's to do with your forearm muscles. So if you're training RDLs, let's say you're doing barbell RDLs, there will be a point where you won't be able to progress because your grip strength is weak compared to your glutes. Obviously your glutes are a large muscle compared to your arm muscles. So you still need to train them to gain strength to do other exercises that will require you to have good grip strength. That's why I love training arms. So there's so much to talk about when it comes to training arms. Personally, I love taking pump pics as well. Out of all the muscle groups I train, arm pump pics are probably the videos / pictures I take more frequently. Furthermore, since your arm muscles are a largely smaller muscle group, you are more likely to see progress on them a lot quicker than you were to see your legs because your legs will take double the time to see the progress you get on your arms. Another reason why it's so rewarding to train them, don't skip your arms. At least have one day. Even if it's just a few exercises, don't skip it. So let's go destroy our arms together. You and me, let's go. go. And I have a little surprise for you. I will be mic'd up this whole time. You heard me. Yes, this is my first time doing a mic'd up video ever. First of all, I'll be checking off something off my bingo board for 2026, which is something to do outside my comfort zone. Woo! I just thought it's a Sunday. There won't be that many people. Hopefully. I love tea out. I actually love tea out. So why should I not try and utilize my communication skills for the purpose of you guys to come along with me and see my perspective of training your arms, and hopefully I can inspire you guys to do the same or to alter your workout somehow, give you guys some tips and tricks that what I've learned over the years, and mostly just to have fun, guys. Let's be real. Anyways, I will see you in the gym and we will hit this arm day. We're gonna destroy our arms. Destroy them. That you can't even write with a pen and paper for the next 3 days. See you there. So we have made it to the gym. Woo! I have my pre-workout snack. I do vibe with this hair though. Now that I see it in the mirror, and I'm like, oh! So I'm gonna take this obviously jacket off. I need to eat my banana. I'm so excited though. But it's like, it's kind of scary, you know. Fun fact, this is the first time I ever wore this hairband. Ever. I mean, I only got it yesterday. So I also did buy those hairbands. They were really bad quality. And I was like, no wonder they're only £1 something. This hairband DEETS. And also I picked a neutral color right now. I don't know if you can even see it. Yeah. It came in pink, black, grey, this, and white or cream white. But they're really nice. And I like the way my hair like. And people they ask me like, why you wash your hair when you're going to the gym? So that I feel good. If I look good, if I feel good, I lift good. So I'm gonna go stretch. This exercise is called dumbbell shoulder press. So it is currently my favourite movement for shoulders. So you make sure that you're at a 90-degree angle, or 90-degree angle. You lift it up and you go all the way to your chin, and then you press up. 3, 5. Okay, I'm only gonna do 5 more. And my little baby plates. Where'd it go? I don't have plates. As I was saying, it's my favorite exercise because I used to do them dumbbell for years, like dumbbell shoulder press, and I just felt like I hit such a massive plateau. It was so big that for even a year I didn't progress. I was stuck at 16 kg on each side for a year. Now at that point, people might be like, oh, but you're probably not training enough, or blah, blah, blah. But you know, sometimes you just know when you need to change your environment or change the exercise. That's why I came to this gym 2 years ago. Because after a year of being in a commercial gym, I low-key got a bit bored. And I really do love this exercise, other than the fact that I had to change something, and then my boyfriend was like, oh, how about you try seated shoulder press? I was like, you know what, yeah, let me try it. And I don't care that I have little baby weights on, okay? It's heavy. And I like it because I feel like I can press a barbell instead of 2 little dumbbells above my weight, you know? I do just prefer this a lot now, and obviously one day it would be really nice to be able to do 60 kg, but that's a goal for years to come. Now I will move on to my second set. I do 8 to 10 reps usually for this. I don't go above 12 because I feel like at that point I'm doing more endurance than hypertrophy. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. Yay! That was great. That set felt really nice. Normal shoulder press. Obviously it helps with your unilateral movement, so to spot if you have a muscle that is weaker than the other one. I just hit such a fat plateau. I was like, nah, I need to do something, because obviously I need to hit my front delt. Like, I can't just miss it out. Also, this shirt always makes me ram. This is the only Roofs product I own, or Dark Sport, sorry. I got this at the Arnold in 2024. Yeah, but I do love the shirt. The quality is really good. I'm gonna do 30 kg next. I think the most I've ever done is 30. I don't think I've gone, maybe I've done 35 for like one. That was with my boyfriend here. Oh, and when he spots me, because I'm too scared to ask people to spot me. Okay, I have another minute to rest in between my set. I try to aim for 2 minutes to be efficient. 3 if I'm doing something heavier and I need to rest more for the next set. Also, I don't know if I talked about this enough, but with seated leg press, seated overhead press, because it really helps you to use your legs. It's going really well. I'm actually so proud of myself that I'm doing this, because this is very outside my comfort zone, if you can't tell. I've done this before, but once I get the ball rolling, once I start yapping, there's no going back. I mean, people have already seen me talking to a camera, so why would I stop now? We're gonna, oh, this is hefty. 1, 2, oh shit. 3, 4, 5. Oh, one more. You could do it, come on. Yikes. Ow, that hurt. I'm proud of myself. I did 6. I thought I was gonna do 4. Yay! Go me. We're gonna do one more 30 kg, because the 20 was a warm up. I don't really count that set. It was just to go straight into heavy, because I actually did that once by accident. I miscalculated 30. I was meant to do 25 and I put 30, and I nearly injured my shoulder really badly. It was bad. As you can see on the dumbbell, they have little lines. I think I go to the outer one, I'm pretty sure. So if you are a beginner going to the gym, one of my biggest tips that I highly recommend doing is doing your research before you come in. So what I mean by that is, if you're planning to go into the gym, let's say the next day, first of all, pick the muscle that you want to target. If you want to do your quads, if you want to do your glutes, if you want to do your arms, if you want to do your back, then do your research. Literally go on TikTok and find just splits, a list of exercises. I'd pick from 4 to 6. I think that's a good amount. You can literally copy someone else's workout, but do your research first, because it's a lot more overwhelming coming into a new environment that you have no idea how anything works and you have no clue how to do anything, especially if you're nervous and you want to talk to someone but you're too nervous to. Just go on your phone and find out an exercise. You can always ask. If you're confident, go for it, don't get me wrong, but I think it's really important to go in with a plan so you know what you're doing. It helps you a lot. I remember when I went to the gym, I was crazy about the gym. I had to convince my parents, because I was 14 when I started going. I had to really convince my parents to let me go children, but I presented them every single day that I would go in, what workouts I do. With a plan, like a concrete plan, it's just so much easier than turning up to a place and you have no idea what to do. So research the gym you're going to. If they have on Google Maps some photos, look at it so you have a rough idea of area you want to be in. Obviously, when you go to the gym, you can take a nice little walk around, have a look at everything. If you're still nervous, and if you know, oh, I want to go to the dumbbell section, just go straight to the dumbbell section. As long as you have like a slight idea of what you're doing, it helps so much more. A lot of people might ask why I don't go deeper than my chin. My boyfriend taught me this, and he told me that if you go further than the chin, you're just going unnecessarily range of motion down. Every muscle has a certain range where they're working the most at. So if you go past the range, your muscle is just putting unnecessary work in that they could have been using during their peak range. Hope that makes sense. So I actually got this exercise shown by one of the lovely gentlemen that goes to this gym. This is meant to replicate a variation of overhead triceps. So you like go boom, boom. Okay. So the way you do this, whoa, and then you take a seat, and then you have to have your elbows close to you and just lift up and look up to the sky like a bird that can fly. Oh. Okay. Alright, first of all, heavy unnecessarily. Secondly, I just realized the attachment I need is in front of me. So we're just going to attach this instead, because apparently it's, oh, he told me I think it's easier to do it this way. That was 20 kg and that was hefty, so I'm going to try that again. And I only did 8 repetitions. I love people in this gym, you know. Actually, the gym community, when you go to a not commercial gym like a Pure Gym or Gym Group or JD gyms, man, that I spoke to only like a few times before, he like came up to me, he was like, oh, are you recording a YouTube video? I was like, yeah, I just started today. And he was like, oh, what's your channel? I gave him my channel, he subscribed, and I was like, I was like, that's so sweet. That's what I mean. The gym isn't that scary, but it still is. But you just have to get used to it because it's an environment that you're not used to. So of course it's going to be scary. Make sure to stay hydrated, please, queens. Oh, yeah. It's not something that you gain confidence straight away. It's a very long process. I've been going to the gym for 3 years now. I've been here for 2. No, I think 2 actually. I don't know. Between 1 to 2 years. So I used to go to a pure gym and then I trained there. After like about a year, I started getting very inconsistent and I was getting scared that I would stop going to gym completely. And then that's when I was like, okay, I know that I need to change my environment. Something's not working. So it's just very nice to go gym where the vibes are nice. As soon as I switched gyms from pure gym to this gym, I fell back in love with the gym and the whole process. So sometimes a change of environment is needed. I feel like you'll be able to tell when that's needed. Like I said, we're gonna set up again. I would superset this with thingy, but I don't feel like doing a superset right now. Whoa, this is heavy. Okay, maybe it's me being weak. Okay, no, it's a lot better. 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. Oh. 10. Oh my god. Well, basically, a thing that I've realized that people don't really talk about on the internet is mental fatigue versus physical fatigue. They're both very, very real. And I've experienced both of them quite often, especially when I have days where I don't feel like going into the gym, but it's not like I'm physically tired, I'm more mentally tired, like I need a break, especially during exam season. That's the worst. That's when I realized that it's bad. Days where I don't even leave the house because I'm just in revising. Luckily, I've already had my exams. So, if you are mentally tired, you also need a break, but that does not mean that you should feel guilty for example, not going to the gym. You need to prioritize your mental health as much as your physical health. Take a day off, do like a spa day, do something that you enjoy, just try to take your mind off things. It's really important that you have a mix of both in your life. For example, for me, what would I do? I like reading, but I hate reading when I feel the pressure to like need to read, for example. I like reading a bit. I really love walking, for example. Walking is my flipping goat. I even bought myself a walking pad. Now I just walk on it all the time. I just record a video and I'm walking. It is so great. I love it. Moral of the story, you need to take time off the gym if your mental health isn't in the right place. You shouldn't feel guilty for it at all. Not on my watch. Anyways, we're going up in weight, so I don't even know if I can do this. But we can. No, what do you mean we can do this? Okay. Whoa. Look up. 2, Okay. Oh wait, I forgot to contract. Okay. Sorry, my mind's all over the place. I forget that I'm recording a little bit, so I'm trying to really push myself here. Oh my god. 3. Oh, this is hard. My triceps feel like they're gonna explode. 7. I'm only on 7 now, right? I lost track. That hurt. Oh, that hurt a lot. Oh, I feel like wobbly. Can't feel my arms, guys. That's how you know it was a good workout. So next up we have hammer curls on the cable. I prefer these a lot more just because the strain on your wrist isn't as bad with dumbbells. Furthermore, targets your brachialis muscle, which is like a small muscle in your biceps that gives you that like girth and like helps you get the peak. With these, I like to take these slow and make sure the cable's on the very bottom. Usually I do take a step back, to be honest. I'm gonna do 25 kg right now and then just bring it up to your chest and slow all the way down. I do sometimes rush my reps a little bit, which is not good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. 8, 9. Ooh, that was great. I love that. I'm gonna go up. Anyway, hell yeah. This arm day is predominantly, people would consider a push day, to be fair. It's more shoulders and triceps, and I do 1 exercise of biceps, because I only do 2 for biceps, and then I do normal dumbbells when I do back. If you're finding this as a sign to record in the gym, record in the gym. This is a sign to do what you love. Because you know what? At the end of the day, you don't really know what people are thinking when they look at you. Because they could be looking at you, be like, oh, why is she recording like what we're doing? Or they could be looking at you like, oh my god, she's doing something really cool. You can't read people's minds. Some people have subtitles that are quite obvious to read on their faces, but let's just ignore that fact. Most of the time, you don't actually know what people are thinking, so why would you automatically assume it's a negative thing? You know? You have to realize everyone's going to judge you no matter what, but it doesn't mean it's going to be a negative judgment. Like, there's always a positive and a negative judgment. That's what I had to realize and deep myself. People judge you, but it's not a bad judgment always. It can still be a good judgment. Literally, the other day, there was a girl that sometimes comes here from time to time. She was doing Olympic weightlifting. Oh my god, she's strong. I didn't have the courage to go up to her and tell her, but I was looking at her lift when she was doing it, and I think she had PR. In my head, I was like, wow, this is impressive. She is strong to get that much weight on her barbell, physically above her head. Crazy. But you know, she may have seen me looking and assumed that I was judging her, but I was not judging her, I was admiring her. But I still made a positive judgment. Does that make sense? We're gonna go on to another set. I think I yapped my way through my break. I think I'm gonna do 1 more set of this. I'm gonna make it a drop set. Do I have any? Look at that. Oh my god, the pump's pumping. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Anyways, I'm mainly recording this because I want to see my own bicep contracting. Okay, so let's go. 1, 2, oh, this is hard. Oh, I'm gonna drop set that to 20. If I did 30, I'm gonna do 20 now. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. My arms hurt. Don't give up. 6, 7. My hands are still feeling. Okay, I think you got 1 more in you. This way. That hurt. At least the pump's good, but that hurt. Ow. Next up we have the rope tricep push downs. I actually don't know how to say them, but this has always been a good exercise for me day one. I have always yammed these, whether it was with a bar or the rope. It's always just been amazing, and I love them. And then take a step back and rope push and squeeze your triceps. You see this is squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Oh, and squeeze. Okay, I'm gonna lift it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna, because my triceps hurt a lot from the previous exercise, I shall only 1 more set. They actually hurt a lot. Like, they haven't recovered, they're still like jelly. You know, I do really like how this exercise allows you to have a really nice burn at the end of it. Genuinely, it just, I don't know, it just, whew. I can't even speak right now. I'm just so, well, it's so nice to actually feel an exercise, feel the burn. This is why I love training arms, because it's putting so much effort and you feel the burn. Sometimes when I train legs, I don't feel that same. Well, I do, but I don't know. So let's do this last set and then move on. 1, 2, 3. And really stretch that tricep when you're going up. Oh my god, my triceps are getting numb. That was enough for me. That hurt. Now I need to go to the dumbbell section, and there's a lot of people there, so we will see what to do next. Hello, welcome to this new background. We will be doing lateral raises, and I will be starting with 5 kg. Yeah, I feel great right now. I also feel tired because I've been training hard. Now lateral raises, once again, I think they're such a rewarding exercise. Genuinely, every single time I do them, I always feel a burn, I always see the pump, and I love them, and that's why we're going to do them. Whenever I do them, I always kind of, like, I used to do ballet, fun fact, maybe don't look like it, but have ballerina second position, you know? And like when you're at the top, when you hold it, it's actually a lot better. Can't lie. Like, even just hold it for 1 second and you feel it. I really like this. I got this for Christmas and it's really cute. So it's a daily logbook workout, but it looks really cute. I used to have a different one from Amazon, and this one's just more aesthetic. So it has a context page. It's really cute because it has like a calendar section, and you have a little my goals section. Also really cute. So you can do what you want to achieve, why it's important, how you get there, milestones and rewards. It's really important to reward yourself, you know, because you want to celebrate your success and what you achieved. Also have a progress tracker. It's really cool. It has like a whole human and like different measurements, like a personal tracker, a workout routine, so you can write down what you do for every single muscle group. So if I was to do like glutes and hamstrings, and I'll write down all the exercises, which I need to fill out because I'm changing my routine now a little bit. And then you have the actual workout tracker. So you have exercise, sets, reps, boom boom. You also have cardio and notes. I love the notes section. Sometimes when, oh, this worked a lot better, this didn't eat today. I feel so strong. So this workout has taken me so far 53 minutes, which is very efficient considering I'm yapping a lot. So when it comes to goal setting, the best way to set goals is having a big goal for the bigger picture, which is the whole year goal. So for 2026, for example, let's say I want to have visible abs. What you need to do is figure out the steps towards achieving that goal. So break that goal into steps. It's a year goal, break it down into months, and then have the targets that you want to achieve in every month. If your goal was to drop, let's say 10 kg in the next year, to achieve that goal by the end of 2026, you would have to split that. Easiest way is in months. So split that into 12 steps. Break it down from one big goal to 12 steps, because there's obviously 12 months in a year. Once you have that figured out for each big step, so for the 12 steps, you want to break each down again to the monthly steps, smaller steps. You can have that into weekly ones, January into 4 weeks, and then what you're going to do each week, do a weekly check-in, for example, something like that. That is the easiest way to set goals, is to have the big picture, into steps towards the big picture, and then once you have those steps, break those steps into steps to get to the steps. I'm so tired. Ouch. That was bad. It's giving golden hour light. Wow. You would want to ideally have it at your height, but this cable, don't do that. So I'm just gonna stick with it. It's fine. It's only 5 kg. So what we're gonna do is push to the side, and you should feel like a little muscle contract there. 2. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I feel that a lot. I tend to do this back to back because it's obviously one hand. I just do the other hand straight away. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, 10 kg is too much. Might max that. Nah, that should be good. I used to do rear delt flies, then I stopped for a bit because I do face pulls, which do hit rear delts a lot anyway, but I was like, you know what, I might as well do an extra exercise to get that healthy look on my back. I'm happy that I'm doing something new, especially if I have the opportunity to. I don't see why not. It's not this is my full-time job. You know, I'm doing this more for a hobby. I do want to share as much as I have learned over the past 3 years. Like I said in my previous video, if you haven't watched it, guys, go ahead and watch it. It's my first video. It's not mic'd up like this, unfortunately, but it's still really good. Maybe a bit biased, but I'm nowhere near the physique I want yet. But I think the point where I'm at right now is perfect because I built a lot of muscle. Maybe it's not as visible, but I have a lot of muscle and I have a lot of knowledge, and now I'm combining that to actually get my shit together, lose body fat. I want to get rid of body fat so I can have more visible muscle and get leaner. So basically the way I started my cut was my 75 hard challenge. I'm still doing it. I'm on day 37. I did technically have a week break, but that was because I was on holiday and I was not going to restrict myself when I'm on holiday. The 75 hard challenge, it really motivated me. I was looking for an excuse to start cutting. This does sound really bad, but I was looking for something to motivate me and keep me accountable, and it did. Personally, I like the post-it note wall, and taking it off every day, seeing that progress is another thing that I really like. I'm starting to see changes within my body, and even my parents and my boyfriend are noticing as well, which is nice. Make sure to really squeeze at the end. 6, 9, 10. Whoa. Over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, I really like that. I'm gonna do it again. Hell yeah. If any of you guys are watching this and you don't go to the gym, I highly recommend you guys do. It is very fun. However, one thing that a lot of people don't realize before they get into their gym journey, it's kind of like investing. It's a long journey. I mean, you will see progress in a short time, but you won't see your end goal a really short span of time. I didn't really realize that. I go to the gym 3 years. Sometimes you can't even really see that I live. It doesn't even look like I go to the gym, which is not great. That's also because I wasn't focusing on food. If you are starting your gym journey, first of all, just be prepared that it's a long run. It takes a lot of time. It's not something that you can just bang and you get your dream physique. You need to prioritize food. Food is so important. Whole foods. Cut the junk food out. Personally, I'm an all in or all out person. I can't do the 80-20 rule. It doesn't work for me. I have such a high sugar craving that if I eat sugar, I can't stop. If I eat some chocolate, I won't stop. I'll yam that whole packet. So for me, it's all or nothing. I know a lot of people do say eat by the 80-20 rule. For me personally, I just prefer to cut it all out if you can. The 80-20 rule is a good way to start for people who do have more control over their cravings, unlike me. That's not me, unfortunately. And I've realized I feel a lot better. The only sugary thing I have is potentially adding a teaspoon of honey into my coffee. But even then, I have the ones from the jar that my grandma sent me, so I don't know how much sugar they have in them. Other than that, I really do try to avoid eating sugar and snacking in general. I just try to stick to having my 3 main meals in a day. It's working. And my steps. I'm not a fan of cardio. I won't lie to you guys. Sprinting is one of the cardios that I found that I actually enjoy. However, I need to have the right shoes for that because I can't really run in my Jordans. It's not comfortable and I don't want to get shin splints. Walking is also my favorite form of cardio. That's why I have a walking pad. Instead of doing extra cardio at the gym, I just up my steps in general. I try to aim for 15k. If 15k is very easy and attainable, I might up it to 20 in the next few weeks. We'll see. I just need to see how it goes for now. I kind of forgot the point of what I was getting at, so let's just work out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that was my workout. Also, I do want to say that I still need to practice what I preach when it comes to slowing down my reps, eating. I'm not perfect. I know what I'm talking about. It's just I forget to apply it in my own life sometimes. I am very guilty of rushing my reps sometimes, but it's more like when I'm in the zone, sometimes I forget to slow down. I need to reprogram myself to slow down my reps. And we are back in my beloved changing room. Yay, we made it. I'm so happy. I made it for a whole workout talking to the camera. Probably some people might think I was a bit of a wacko, but I did it. Now, for the pump review, I can really see it. Ooh. Oh, oh, it's juicy. One of them, ooh. See that? Oh, this is what I mean. My cut's starting to work. I can actually see separation in my muscles. Like that's so cool. Having muscles are so cool. You can't tell me otherwise. That's so cool. That pump right there, it was a great success. I think we absolutely destroyed our arms there. I will be honest with you guys. That is my arm workout, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my yap. I hope this session was very useful for you guys. I hope you guys took something out of it that you can implement in your own routines, or you learned something new. That'd be great. I would appreciate it, guys, if you guys can like, comment and subscribe. I'll also pop my socials up on the screen, so if you guys can follow me there, I'd also appreciate it so much. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.